Hello, everyone. Welcome into more Ticket to Ride, the Europe map, the mega Europe map here on the Sorcerer Network. I'm Sorcerer Matt. If you are enjoying all this wonderful content on the Sorcerer Network, especially all the Ticket to Ride stuff, please hit that subscribe button. I really, really do appreciate it. So, what are we doing here? Well, I'm seeing a couple Athens things. Now, the stretch from Edinburgh to Madrid is a little bit big, but I think at the beginning it's worth doing that. And then I'm also seeing Paris to Angora, which we're gonna have to get Paris anyway. So, and then my question is Rome to Paris also just kind of what we're doing? Because that's also 10 points, which is really nice. I think this is great. I think this all you've got it's like this Y shape where Edinburgh, Madrid, we're gonna meet in Paris, and then I probably want to go. Well, I guess I probably want to go down to Rome and then go to Brindisi and then into Athens and then Smyrna and Gora. I think that's how we want to play this. So, number one thing is going to be getting Dieppe or Dieppe. Sorry, French people. I mean, really, at this point, blanket apology for any names that I mispronounce. Go ahead and look up Midwestern town names. I can pronounce all of those, but I cannot pronounce anything in another language. Maybe I'll broaden my horizons one time and learn some other language here as I come into my mid-30s. So getting that nailed down, really, really great. The good news about this route is outside of a couple colors, we really don't need many specific things, which is actually pretty nice. I do want to get Angora and Smyrna, and even the Smyrna to Athens kind of done rather quickly. We do need 3 wilds guaranteed for our routes, so we're going to have to get those. I would prefer here to get those off the top. Now, if there is orange, I am going to grab that. I like the black as well, because I'd like to use black to go Edinburgh, Scotland. This is Scotland to London. And then, so I can use the orange to go Angora to Smyrna. I think this is a nice route. A little bit spread out, but I think in the beginning you can kind of spread yourself out, and this is not just on the Europe map, this is in whatever map you play. At the beginning you can spread yourself out. It's then when you start drawing that you can get into some trouble if you start to kind of deviate too far past what your plan was already. So I'm happy to go black here. And I know that I need blue and green as well. I'm just not as concerned about those routes yet. I mean, famous last words when somebody plays, but I'm not concerned about those routes quite yet. So let's go off the top, especially if we go off the top. All right, so I like getting an orange there. I usually like to have one extra when I grab a tunnel. Obviously, it depends on what the status of the game is. Though it is going to depend on what is on board. Yeah, see, I really like grabbing a black here. And honestly, I don't mind grabbing a white either. I know white, black and white from Pamplona to Madrid, but I also kind of want to get Rome to Brindisi because this is a very key hookup in our route. Because if we don't get this, then we got to get a route of 4 and a route of 3 with 2 wilds. What I'm hopeful is that my opponents are see this is fine. I do not mind my opponents being here because I'm not going to be in this Germany, Poland, Russia area. So I'd even in like the Austria, Switzerland, like that's fine. You can be there. Do not care. So green is the only one that hasn't played. All right, so it looks like yellow is kind of in that area. Fantastic. Love that we don't have to use the extra orange. We can save that now for something else. Okay, green is there. Fantastic. Love it. Yes, yes, yes. You guys go up into Scandinavia and duke it out. Fight for this big, long route that somebody's going to inevitably end up missing on. All right, I think we are okay to continue to draw. Ooh, I love that, too. Really solid opening. I'm not getting many wilds off the top, but I'm getting stuff that I need. And I've talked about in this mode isn't as critical to grab wilds off the top. If you have to grab a wild off the board, so be it. If those 2 orange are there, I am absolutely grabbing it because I would not mind grabbing Paris to Marseille here. Because that would be excellent. Do have to watch green. Green might be heading down into this area, which is because this is all double routes, it doesn't really affect us. The other key as well is we could go Marseille to Barcelona and then Barcelona to Madrid. We would not have to go. And in fact, why are we not doing that? Yeah, let's do that. So, let's grab this yellow. Then we can go off the top. Didn't really need more of it, but that's okay. Yes, love that. This is going very well. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these wilds. I think... Oh, see, I always try to avoid a point where you're skipping, even if it costs 2 more cards, man. Just the skipping a turn just hurts so much. I'm gonna do this, mostly because I don't want to accidentally use the black for something else. Grabbing this Angora was very nice, and even this kind of causes me to want to grab Smyrna to Athens here. So the good news about this right now is it looks like that my opponents are going to kind of get in each other's way, and we're just going to kind of hang out for a bit. Yeah, I like doing this. I think that's fine. And now we're pretty much to the point where outside of this one pair of yellows, we need wild with 3 of something. We need 4 of something for this Rome route. We need a wild and 1 of something. We need 4 of something. Really, really nice. Really nice. All right, so blue does grab Angora to Constantinople. So now we're kind of hoping to hit some wilds off the top, as well as get some other colors here. So it looks like blue's just going to go north of us. We're going to cross the... Oh, I should know geography what this body of water is, but I don't. Of course, I would have gotten a wild off the top had I drawn off the top. But I was like, no, I'll just grab this red, and I can grab a wild later. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. All right, I like grabbing the red here. And then I like going off the top. Ooh. So I probably like going Marseille to Rome here with this, now that I have the 5th red. Just get that done. And I'm not worried about the tunnels. Yeah, I think this is okay. Wonderful. And we don't even have to use an extra one. Delightful. That completes a ticket for us. All right, so blue needed to get into Rome. That's fun. We made that a little more interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the stuff on board here. I understand that there's wilds coming off the top, but again, the wilds aren't as painful to draw in this mode. And the other thing that I don't want to do is just spend so many turns drawing off the top that I just have a bunch of cards and I'm just wasting time drawing things when I could be moving this game forward. So we'll do a little bit more off the top, and we'll try to hit... Yeah, there we go. There we go. So I think the most important is Brindisi to Athens. So green or red, because I'm not going to use the yellow. Of course. So I think we go like that, and we go like that. And now I don't mind grabbing a wild because I only need one more that I have to get. I mean, obviously, more wilds are great. Always love to have more wilds. But... Okay. Great. I am going to go ahead. So it's yellow that's coming down into here. I'm going to do this once again just because yellow played down here and also because I don't then want to accidentally use the yellow for something. Some of that is definitely a self-preservation, and I know myself. I do not want to make errors. We've got a market on Marseille as well. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because I know that I need it. Because I would like to kind of finish up the routes that I've got and do some drawing here. Would like to do that. Of course, the people take the colors that I potentially need. Ooh, that's nice, though. I don't mind grabbing another wild. Don't like that. Don't like that. Though, I always forget, with this mode, stations really change the math on things. I'm just going to go ahead and use yellow here. So, you know, I don't necessarily have to be as concerned about things just because I could put a station there. But like we've seen in past games, you don't want to be afraid to use stations, but I also don't want to throw away stations willy-nilly. So yellow is doing a pretty expansive route. Everyone's really, I think yellow probably has the most aggressive route. That going all the way across the map can often be bold strategy. But so far seems to be doing okay. We're keeping up with green in terms of points on the board. So that's good. We have really nice access to some of Italy, like we can get down to Palermo if we need to. We're into Spain. So if we need to hook up, I'm assuming that's Lisbon or Cadiz, or sorry, there's not an R in there. Cadiz or Cadiz. They should like have an overlay of this game for Midwestern Americans that can't pronounce things. Like a phonetically for me. All right. Blue keeps 2. Okay, I feel comfortable drawing some stuff here. Well, I mean, that seems like why not? I don't really love anything else here because I'm not going Burles. So, we'll just do this. We'll grab a couple blue and call it good, I suppose. I'm going to grab a couple cards here, but then I'll probably draw again. This one is the Vancouver to Montreal of the Ticket to Ride Europe map. All right, I don't love that Blue's drawing tickets already again, because that tells me that most of the tickets that Blue drew, the 2 that they drew, were either already done or, 1 route away that's not at risk, like getting into Munich or something like that. So yellow is clearly gathering up cards to go over the top, which is something we're going to have to watch because that's going to be 8 trains there. I'm not worried about it from a scoring perspective, but I'd be worried about it from I don't want the game to all of a sudden surprise end, where I've got 57 routes to do. And yellow probably gets longest train, or green, I guess, right now is in the driver's seat. I don't think I'm going to, just the nature of the route that I have. I don't have a bad longest route, but I just think it's going to be a little bit rough. Yeah, everyone's drawing. I think we take this opportunity to grab that orange. Because honestly, if I'm hooking up the stuff over here, I might as well just, And I know I need to hook up Marseille and Barcelona here. So this yellow, too, might be something that I want to grab. I really would like that blue, though. Great. Ooh, I can grab this red. That's delightful. Okay. All right. Look at us. Look at us. All right, let's grab Marseille to Barcelona. I'm going to go ahead and use the wild. And then we're going to go Madrid. We're going to get the Spain routes going here too. Partly too if yellow, well, I really don't need to block yellow. Yellow's got enough going on. We're going to use red here. Getting 16 points there is very nice. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that changes what I want to do. I was going to kind of play it slow here, but now if blue is going to be down here, I'm going to start doing stuff down here. There we go. Woohoo! All right, now we can draw again, and we have played a ton more trains than everybody else, which is not nothing. So the other question is, what? I got to play 6 more trains to end this thing? I mean, let's see what we can do with these draws. Okay, I don't like that you drew the yellow, because I was hoping to draw the yellow. Hey, there it is. So, like, if I do this... I wonder if I grab a wild next turn and then... I don't know. I don't know what I do here. I like my tickets, but I am... a little bit nervous that I don't, like, have excellent tickets compared to everybody else. Green has not, interestingly, Green has not had that many or that much competition. All right. I think, especially because our second draw, we literally netted 2 points. Like, I might as well just not really count that as a thing. Oh, that's... Oh, that... Oh. Oh, well, that was the right decision. This was... It was the right decision, everybody. Wow. Wow. Okay, well. All right, well, okay. Feeling good about that. All right, well, I'm feeling really good to end the game now. So let's go ahead and grab this, and then probably a pair. And then we can go Rome to Palermo, and then a pair, and we can get on out of here. Because I'm thinking with those 2 tickets, I don't really need to extend this game any longer than it needs to be. We can just... If I'm wrong, that's fine, but wow, that... Getting another 20 and another 16-pointer, we only really have the one dud of a ticket, and 2 points is 2 points. I mean, if I win by 2, I'm going to be praising the wonderful Lisbon to this coastal town. I was about to say Cardiff, but that's definitely not Spanish. That's definitely English. All right, so blue is going to put a station, Marseille to Rome. I think how I'm going to play this, is there a pair that I can get that doesn't look like super suspicious? I could go a tunnel here, but like just grabbing a pair over here would be like, what's this guy doing? I guess I could, that's still a tunnel. I don't know, I'm trying to big brain this way too much. I should just grab Rome to Palermo and then grab a random pair. Or just grab a random pair and go then, I don't know. Could just, doing random stuff. Oh, I mean, blue can put a one in Rome, but yeah, I'm just going to do this. I know this looks weird, and probably my opponents are like, that's weird, but I think that I want people to think they've got more time than they actually do. And we could draw again, but I don't really think there's a I think that was a extremely lucky ticket draw to where I don't want to push my luck any more than I have to. I like where I'm at. I'm only down by 10 on the board, and that's going to, obviously the math is going to change when I play this route of 4. And 2 of my opponents have already used a station. We're not going to use a station. Beautiful. So yeah, we're basically even in terms of points on board. Unless people draw, we're going to have the most tickets, which in this case, the most tickets doesn't necessarily matter in this mega expansion as much as it does in the USA expansion. But it obviously just, because of math, it matters. Okay, so both yellow and green decide to draw destination tickets at the end, which is fine. That often is that's kind of the last prayer type thing. So I'm feeling great. So I don't think there's any reason that I need to do anything. I think I just need to let my tickets do the talking. And we are going to feel excellent about that. Yeah, that feels really nice. Yes, loving missing one there. That's going to help us out. Small tickets as well. Not going to hurt us. I see green's route, though, and that was, I believe they grabbed, obviously, correct tickets, but that's good for us. So blue hits all of their tickets and looks to have, yep, some good ones, but I don't think they're gonna have what's on par that we had. And then I'm assuming yellow just missed out on that one. They were probably gearing up for it and maybe didn't have a pair. Ooh, they got the Madrid to Moscow one though. All right, so yellow's gonna get close here. Oh, oh, oh. So yellow gets the 10-point bonus, and I don't think that the station bonus doesn't take it. Oh man, yellow. Woo! What a game. So yellow had better tickets than we did. And even missed one. That's crazy. I mean, I knew that the Madrid to Moscow one, but here's what I do so often. I knew a lot of these tickets existed, but I often will put people on these massive tickets, and then I'm like, oh, I need to draw, and then I find out that they don't have those. And so I was like, okay, I've got the station advantage, and I've got the, I guess I did not realize that Rome to Moscow was one. That's one that I did not realize. But I know in previous games I've had Paris to Moscow, and I know I've had Madrid to Moscow. So really great game by yellow there. Though interestingly enough, again, one more station or 2 more points on a ticket missed, and that would have been a different game. So, wow. Oh man, that's one of those you're not disappointed about losing. I mean, obviously, not winning is always a disappointment, but 101 with completed destinations, and we had 98. Nothing to sneeze at there. Very efficient with our cards. Good setup here. Really 3.5 trains or average claimed route length is really good. And really the thing that made a difference as well had, this person's 1 off, I'm 4 off. If there was one other person that did not have that could have taken longest train, that would have made a difference. So this was a correct read. Yellow needed literally 3 to 4 things to go right, and it did. Kudos to them. So, oh man, what a game! What a game! I almost went to my subscribe thing, but I did the beginning. So we'll see you next time.